Well, we are back on this job. This will be the last day here, day 2. All we have left is take down those couple pine trees there. I got to backfill that hole that it was in. If you watch the other video, talked about there's a kind of a low area there that's just full of water, and drain that out. All this brush has to be burnt, that has to be burnt. And like in the last video, we had a big hydraulic leak. Probably lost about 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid out of this thing. Tore a hydraulic line for the quick attach there. So I'm going to get up there and I gotta take that cap off, and got that locked, but I'm gonna fill that up with hydraulic fluid. And then we got hay bale, diesel. I will get that over there. It is this material is all obviously still green, and it is very humid out, and we have had a couple days of, or at least a day of rain and drizzle and everything. So it's not like, you know, muddy, but everything's still damp. Nothing dried out really at all. Those will be good to get the fire going, but yeah, that stuff isn't just gonna light easily. So we use a hay bale. I just kind of put it in the bucket, douse it with diesel, and it acts like a giant wick. Well, $200 in hydraulic fluid later, we got it where we want it to be. It's a little above the threshold, but that'll be all right. That's just some reserve for the next leak. But got that done. Whole 5-gallon bucket. These are $200 a piece. Took the whole thing. Now I get this thing warmed up and get this fire started. Alright, got the bale of straw lit. I'm gonna gradually grab some of this brush and bring it over here, keep the dirt out. Get this fire going. Lumber, cedar, birch, those are all really good for starting a fire. of fire smoldering away. I'm over here pushing over these pine trees that are left. I think these will be good accelerant for fire. The bottom of them is wet, but the top is just dry pine straw and pine cones and stuff, so that should help the fire grow, and I can stick the rest of that green stuff on there. I think they're coming out of the ground pretty easy. My buddy Pitt. Careful of them. They're all got a bunch of vines in them, and I don't want to push one over and pull a little one on top of me. Fire's burning away pretty well over there. Getting some heat in it. It's more smoke than anything right now, but it's so humid out right now that nothing is drying. So even though that brush pile sat for a few days, we got some rain the other day. And they actually sat on top in the middle. Fire going pretty good now. I'm gonna load it up with a little more brush, not too much. So it's got something to cook on top, and then the customer just came out and said he wanted to show me where he wants these boulders up by the road, and they are big enough that he's got a little farm tractor, but it's not going to move these boulders. So I told him we kind of need to I can use my best judgment, but once they're set, they're not going anywhere with anything smaller than a 12,000 pound skid steer or very large tractor or an excavator. So grab one of these boulders and take it up there, and he's going to show me where to set it. Fire's burning pretty well. Alright, well, we got the rocks set. He likes where they were. I'm going to get down here and mess with this burn pile more. I really need to get it loaded up with all this brush so it can be cooking on there. Go over there and get those logs and everything I pulled out of that low area. And yeah, we'll be done. Very smoky. Barely even see the burn pile. There's a good bit of heat in there, but I've just put a bunch of the vines and stuff off the ground on there, so it's just kind of nasty. It's packed in there pretty tight. Got everything on there. It's not the prettiest, but dealing with these vines and all this nasty under mess is, it's just gonna smoke like this. I just put all of that on top of it. Once the fire grows up through it, it'll kind of lean out and the smoke should go away. Yeah, see, it's starting, the fire's starting to come out there, so you can see it's pushing it up more, and eventually it'll stop smoking quite as much. But I got the everything cleared here and raked over, probably the best it's gonna get. This whole area here was a very low area and full of groundwater. I wouldn't even walk from about here out. I wouldn't even walk on that. I'd probably sink to my knees if I stepped out on that. I think we're probably gonna get quite a few loads of fill brought in here to raise this area up. It needs to come up about a foot or so, or else it's not gonna drain out like it needs to. Just kind of a low area, but yep, I'm just gonna let this thing burn and burn and burn until there's no burning left. The fire has burnt down pretty well. Let me get it stirred up. It's gonna need to sit a good bit longer overnight, and these bigger logs and stuff they've got to burn down, and it just takes a while. don't think this whole pile is going to burn entirely. I don't really expect it to. It's more big logs than brush, but once I get it stoked here and restacked and everything, it'll build up a good amount of heat and get a lot of it burnt. This stuff here is mainly just dirt and leaves. A few little chunks. Set for a few more hours and burn down and restack it, and then I just need to sit overnight. You can tell this job got a little muddy. I ran over here the other day and finished up the burning. Got rid of some of the logs. I just got to take the bucket and kind of spread these ashes out a little bit. He's got a little bit of fill dirt there. Once this dries out, we're kind of done with all we're doing here. He's gonna take his tractor and box blade and do some dirt moving here, but also I think over time we're gonna haul some fill dirt in for him there, and he's gonna push around this tractor. That whole area there is super low and needs to be built up, but we're pretty much all done here. I got the truck airing up. I gotta jump in this thing and go up to the front. Those boulders that we placed up at the front, he decided that he wants them rearranged, and that is work for this excavator, not his tractor. So I'm gonna run up there real quick and get that knocked out. Just past that tipping point to get the bed to set down. Carefully swing this thing back and up to about where it needs to be. Roll the bucket up, and those pins should set down right about on that line of bolts. Right there. Well, she's all loaded up and strapped down. Job's all done. Area's cleared. Customer's happy. And we are on to the next. Gotta go drop the machine off at the next job.